One love, Delta9 travelers. Welcome in to this jam-packed presentation that I have compilated for us to analyze some of these very important and trending headlines. Welcome into the live. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are boarding Delta9 travelers. We're getting everything together. We are boarding. So as you come into this live, I know that you would have got a chance to see the thumbnails. So thumbs up the live from early. Help to boost it in the algorithm so as many persons as possible will be able to know that, listen, Delta9 Media is live and we're about to get into these very important and trending headlines. Thumbs up the live for me as you come in. Thumbs up the live, Delta9 travelers. Big up to all the ones that are early part of this live presentation. Big up to all the frequent travelers that are going to be a part of this live. Make sure you thumbs up the live for me. Hit that thumbs up button. There are so many headlines to get into. So many headlines to get into. A lot of updates with what's going on with this paper sharks case. So many updates. I'm telling you, we got to get into these headlines. We're going to get the chance to refresh ourselves and analyze some of what was going on with this case from the jump. We're going to get a special interview that Big Smith, Big Smith would have done with one of the persons that was originally accused of unaliving paper sharks. We're going to get some of that interview so we could analyze what's going on because we're trying to figure out if it's a normal investigation that created these developments or if it's something orchestrated so that the opposition leader could find himself behind bars because we see that there's a lot of things being exposed about certain persons in high-ranking position. The farm getting exposed, the run-ins getting exposed, and all of these things allegedly being exposed by the opposition, mainly the leader of the opposition highlighting these things. Mind you, that other persons on the opposition team would have been highlighting a number of these levels of corruption over the years. So big up all the travelers as you come in. Thank you for being a part of this live. Thumbs up the live, it don't cost you nothing. Hit the thumbs up button, boost it in the algorithm because we are about to get into some of these headlines that definitely are very important and they're trending. These is the type of headlines that they would love if they could to sweep under the rug. So don't allow that to be the case. Let's get into some of this interview right now. Hit the thumbs up button on your way in, Delta9 travelers. We got so many headlines to update you with. We're going to hear from the top cop, Mr. Slow, as well as he analyzed this case. We got some new updates coming in from the top cop as he analyzes what's going on right here. Let's hear some of this.
No. I don't associate with people who have influence. I am not the kind of person who associate with people who have influence. I deal with low-life people in the streets. Small people, people in small caliber. That's why I'm so concerned of my name labeling as an informer.
Bascom has associates that you're aware of or you know of?
Of course.
Who are some of those voices?
Well, for instance, he just work with a big businessman.
Who?
I don't have to call name. You already know his who.
No. I
I'm
do not go listen.
I will not go into great. I will not.
This is Mr. Randall Bacchus. This is one of the persons that was originally part of the accusations with this whole paper sharks case. Again, condolences to his family, condolences to his loved ones, and rising power to our everlasting energy. What we're trying to do is analyze what's going on right here because justice is necessary in this case, right? Because one of our brothers was unalived right in Guyana, not too far away from the presidential residence. So we gotta ask ourselves, buddy, what's going on with these developments? Why so long as it relates to justice in this case? We're going to hear information coming from some of the persons originally accused in this situation.
Going to great details, but
Okay.
he works with a big businessman and you already know is who. I will not go into great details. The whole Guyanese public knows who. You know?
So what different can you say to us here that you haven't said anywhere else?
No, well,
And that's one of the questions I was asking you when you reached out to us, because I wanted to know what is the whole reason for reaching out.
now let me explain something to you, right? When somebody, you put you, right, in my position. Now, if I was to, all right, we just be in the streets. You put you in my position, you just be in the streets. And I was to go on live social media and say that, you know, Big Smith is an informer. Or Big Smith is a co-chore. I don't be in the streets, you is be in the streets. I don't know how people might look at you in the streets, right? But there is no way that I could say that Big Smith is an informer when Big Smith got a lot of things to say about me. Big Smith know about me. So there is no way, and I'm making it clear, there is no way you could label me as an informer.
All right. You said that you have a lot of information or
I have a lot.
things about Mr. Bascom.
Yes.
You've only spoken about the alleged narcotics being removed.
We would have, let me make it clear to you, Bascom is not a stranger to my home. Bascom be coming to my home a very long time. The woman that I'm in a relationship with, Bascom, and her son go to school together.
Okay.
And Bascom would sit down at my breakfast table and confess certain things to me.
Wow. So we're hearing a lot of these implications. We're hearing a lot of these connections from before, things that we might have forgotten, you know, things that are very important as we analyze what's going on right here. Big up to all the travelers. As you come in, Delta9 travelers, hit the thumbs up button. It costs you nothing, but it will help to boost this in the algorithm. Plus, keep you connected with everything else that we upload.
Like?
Bascom would sit down at my breakfast table and confess certain things to me.
Like?
Bascom would sit down at my breakfast table and confess certain things to me. I know what he confessed to me, and he knows what he confessed to me.
That's why you don't go to the police.
No.
You have faith or confidence in the police force?
Now the police force at the end of the day, boss, they got to do their job. Right? And like I tell you, I was not an informer, because if I was an informer, I would have gone there long. I would have thrown you overboard a long time ago.
Not me.
No, not you. I would have thrown that particular individual overboard a long time. That is a good question you ask. Why don't I go there? No, I'm not going there. The knowledge what I have about things is being kept away for the right appropriate time.
You believe your life is in danger?
Well, I would tell you this presently right now.
So is now the appropriate time? Is this one of the persons that we're going to see reintroduced into what's going on with this investigation? What y'all think about what we're analyzing right here, Delta9 travelers? I'm telling you, so many intricate details about what's taking place with this Paper Sharks case. Again, condolences to his family and his loved ones.
Right? From the time you would go on social media and you would say that I'm an informer, you put a price tag on my head, and it's like in an interview in the early I make it loud and I make it clear. I will protect myself by all means necessary. I will take care of myself. I'm making it clear. And if by any chance, right, somebody like buys certain things off of social media, and what I'm telling you here, most obviously, if you're going to check it out, you would know that what I'm speaking about is truth. If by any chance people buy things off of social media and would come after me, it would only leave me to defend myself by probable cause. And you and I know that I would win it by probable cause. By probable cause. Now, going on social media and labeling somebody as an informer, come on, brother. You got to know what you're saying.
Oh, so that is your major concern. That's your
Don't
main concern.
Don't label me as an informer and you're a dirty cop. You are very, very, very dirty.
I'm telling you. Now we get in some of the intricacies of what have taken place right here. We get into refresh ourselves with some of these details, Delta9 travelers. Randall Bacchus clearing his name, saying, hey, don't put me name out here in this manner because people might see things on the internet, and because of certain persons and the popularity, they might try certain things. But then put yourself in danger, buddy. Right? And it's important that these headlines are analyzed so that we could realize all the intricacies of what's going on with this case. A lot of far-reaching implications. Who is this person that he's referencing as the person that was a part of what's going on? But the hands is in the mud. The hands are dirty. Let's hear some more of these details, Delta9 travelers. Thumbs up this live because these are the headlines that they would love. They would love if they could. So brush it under the rug.
Anyway, go ahead.
Sooner or later, let me make it clear to you. Sooner or later, this individual would have killed me, you know. No, I'm not joking, and I'm not trying to break down people's credibility, and nobody didn't send me here to say this and all these things. This is an individual we used to sit down and eat at a table. We used to drink. You understand what I'm saying? This is an individual we used to sit down and eat at table and drink. And sooner or later, you would have killed me. You would have called me. I would have come. And you would have killed me.
Line you up. Nice. It's crazy.
You would have called me. I would have come. And you would have killed me. And you know that I know a lot about.
Well, let's be happy that that's not the situation that would have occurred, and you know, persons are still able to hold on to their life, right? Because this situation got a lot of implications. Who is in the live with us right now? Who are the persons live? Steve, thanks for being a part of the live presentation. 13 priceless ones. Thanks for tuning in. Big up yourself every time. Thanks for being a part of this international digital connection, right? Moderation. Good night, Delta9 Media and everyone boarding. I'm already seated. Big up yourself, Rasta Empress. Thanks for being a part of the live, and thanks for being moderation right here on this live presentation. We got so many headlines, so many things to get into, so many things. We gotta get into the conversation that's going on right now with these cows that came in from Brazil, the opposition leaders on the ground. They got members of the APNU as well out and about dealing with this situation. I'm telling you, so much going on the ground right now. Edmond, what's going on? Good evening to Delta9 and others. Flight on the flight. Thumbs up the live, please. Big up yourself, Edmond. Thanks for dropping that insightful comment into the comment section. I'm gonna read the ending part again. Thumbs up the live, please. Right? Make sure you help to boost the video in the algorithm. Play your part. Play your part in this movement, this independent media movement. Right? Let's hear some more of these details. And big up to Big Smith and the whole Big Smith Media Plus, the whole Soup and Things team.
I think you really gotta give a name, because when this interview is aired, the cut and paste ain't gonna be easy.
Got sample some of that soup when I touch GT. I hearing good news about that fish broth.
So put names in between.
Sooner or later, Bascom would have killed me because he know that I know a lot of him. He knows that. When this whole paper shard story now thing, I gonna tell you the truth, right? I gonna be frank with you.
I expect that you'll come here and only tell me the truth.
I gonna be real frank with you, right? Knowing that you now come out, cause 2019 I come out of prison, right? Yeah.
What was the offense again?
Murder. Okay. Yeah. Now, when I come out of prison 2019 and everything, you know, knowing of this offense, when this offense happened and them thing, and you get labeled in society for this offense and them thing, and I was very traumatized in a sense, like, why? You ain't know nothing about this thing, and you know, you're there within society, different people sharing all different views and all manner of things about this thing, you know, and some people coming to you and saying, boy, them people gonna kill you. Them mad people gonna kill you. You know, now, for Noel, to be honest, brother, you know nothing what's going on. And your life gonna go down the drain for something we don't know about. You know, now, this individual Bascom arrived on Regent Street today. Regent and Wellington Street, I just sit down there because sometimes I usually be out there liming, right? Yeah. And he roll, hey, don't dep on this car, you know. The more people them spinning. You understand what I'm showing you? And I would jump in the car and he would say, I say, hey, what happened? Give me a drop up Regent, man. Because I got some friends up Regent. And go by them and cool out. You know? And one of the things leave me real traumatized more, put me within a moment in time, it leave me more traumatized, is to know that when I'm coming out of his car and I look back, you know, he got his gun in his hand, pointing straight at me back. Yeah, brother. He got his gun in his hand, pointing straight at me back.
You think he would shoot you in bright daylight?
No, if I think, it's not a matter for me to think. It's what I know. Sooner or later, he would have get rid of me.
You guys spoke since this whole bacchanal started?
If we spoke, no, I'm telling you straight, I'm not here to lie to you. When he first come out on social media, I heard about this chatting and them thing, right? So I was like, I didn't take it for nothing serious, cause I say, man, he just gone on his own masquerade and whatsoever. When a video come to my phone, also a recording come to my phone, right? With this particular individual, you would like me to play it?
Play it. When last you guys communicated? Bacchus.
Just now. Let me
There's a guy, I the police has recruit fucking informants. Running Bacchus is one of my informants who give me information. And the guy, he called me, he tell me, me and the inspector them just like to drop on the everybody's at the Camp prison. And he called me, tell me these men just put out about 10 feet. Yeah. These men just put out about 10 feet like come and get it. You understand? I have tell the inspector going on, tell me go and get it. I got my gun, put it on my lap.
We saw all that. in a video. Mhm. So that is what has you uneasy.
Yeah. There is no way you could label me to society as an informer when I could have put you in prison a long time ago.
For just the narcotics being
No,
reportedly removed?
no, 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 no,
What
no,
else?
no, no, no. No, 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 no.
What
no.
else?
A whole lot of things.
What
If
is the point? What is the point in saying a whole lot of things? What is the point of um, making apparent reference to those things when you
No, well,
are there things? Listen to me. The information that you have with respect to Mr. Bascom, yeah, you're back because he's Bascom. The information that you have, are there information that if the police receive it and act on it, it can bring closure and justice to some families, to a boy, a girl, a wife, a sister, a mother? Does it have listen to me, does it have the ability to do that?
these information,
Does it have the ability to do any of the things I just
these
mentioned?
information will kept for the right time.
No, but I want you to tell.
With
No,
all due
no.
respect,
Listen
brother.
to me, Bacchus. We're not.
The only answer though. If he only answered that in the way that it's framed, y'all don't know what's coming next. Open up, open up. Police, police.
I'm not going to get into it further.
Yes.
But I'm asking you if the information you have will bring closure to a mother, a father, a sister, a wife, a daughter, a son, a little boy, a little girl. Will it bring closure to any of the people in those brackets? Just give me a yes or no answer, then we'll move on. Will it bring closure to any of the persons like that? Yes or no?
These information presently right now, I will not give it to nobody.
Good.
But the appropriate time, if by any chance my life is threatened or anybody for me is threatened, it will release.
But your life isn't already threatened. You say your life.
When they're ready for come, who got come, brother.
You're gonna know when they come in?
Yeah?
You're gonna know when they come in?
Listen to me.
I don't want to be straight too far. I need that yes or no answer from you with respect to listen to me. I believe it is only fair that you don't just allow this interview to be an interview where you are saying what you want to come off of your chest. You should also understand that as the person interviewing you, there's some things that
you would like to have
clarity on or answers on. And that is why all I'm asking you right now is for a yes or a no answer. The information you have, does it have the ability to bring closure to a little boy, a little girl,
or
a mother, a wife, a father, a son? Does it have the ability to bring closure to any of the people in those brackets? Just give me yes or no. You don't got to get into the details. I just need to know yes or no. Does it have the ability to do that? Yes or no?
And I will tell you, like I tell you before, no offense, with all due respect, I come on your program. You understand? You did not invite me here. I asked you to come here. These information would be kept away for the right time, with all due respect. I'm gonna get to a major point, right? No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, brother. I be watching the news. Right? I be watching the news. As a man, I is dep on the news. I is dep on all the news. Right? I be watching the news and I be seeing people saying that the president should order a witness protection program for Boss Common.
You want to?
I didn't want one. I don't need one. But what I'm saying, I hear nobody saying that he's wrong to labeling that individual to society, saying, well, the man is an informant. I hear nobody say so. I hear nobody say so. All you're hearing is that it's good that he speaked out, and it's good that he speaked out and he did the right thing. And so labeling a man to society that a man is an informer, it's the right thing. Labeling a man to society that a man is an informer is the right thing.
But maybe you're getting nobody calling for you to get witness protection because
I don't need it.
You're probably not saying the things that will cause you to get witness protection.
No. The things that would cause you to get witness protection, right? The things that would cause you to get witness protection, right? On a serious note, it's not relevant at this time. You know? And I am not bringing out certain details presently right now. I am not.
I'm telling you, you could imagine how intricate a situation is. You could imagine how serious it is for a man to stay that focused on every aspect of what is being said in this interview. You understand? Big up yourself again to the whole Big Smith media team, plus Soup and Things. I'm telling you, that was a bombshell piece right there. Some details, some intricate parts to what's going on right now as we come to the present and analyze it from the perspective of who?
With somewhere.
The top cop.
Right? The man was shot.
Mr. Slow. He's going to give us some insights about what's going on with these details in this case, you know. From a perspective of great experience, many years of service, high rank, high integrity, speaking out, exposing corruption and incompetence. Right here on YouTube. If you're subscribed already, make sure you make your way over there and check out this entire class that went down. I was a part of the class today. I tried my best to make it as early as I could. But when I went into the schoolyard, I see about 50 people before me. My name never getting called, buddy. Very few times I ever get a shout out. Big up to all the travelers right now that are part of the line. Big up to all the persons that will be a part of the classroom as well, with Mr. Slow, and rising power and condolences to his family, Mr. Clinton Conway. Right? Let's hear some of these details from the top cop about what's going on with this paper sharks case. Very important and trending headline with things were going on the ground right now in Guyana.
And killed, execution style. He came out of the nightclub there, and then somebody asked me this morning, how would the killers know that he was coming out and therefore they wait for him at the particular time? He said, well, I tell you, the investigators got to uncover all of that. That is what the investigators should uncover. If he got a call, why he came out at that particular time, and how these men were there waiting for him. And then they got to remember too, Roger Khan, the notorious Roger Khan, the convicted drug kingpin from Guyana, said at the time, I saw all those tapes over the weekend, that Roger Khan was the intended target and not Ricardo Fagundes. Now, when this thing happened, y'all might remember, sometime after, Detective Sergeant Dion Bascom, member of the police force, claimed that he was part of the investigating team, and he claimed that the head of the major crime unit, I think he was superintendent Mitchell Caesar, took $30 million Guyana dollars from Azzuddin Mohamed to cover up this murder. That allegation was made long. And what did they do? What did the PPP, police, and all them do? Nothing. They never arrested Azadin Mohamed. Despite what you hear the lawyer saying, but he was arrested and investigated 2 years ago, I'm not sure about that. Because as far as I know and on my research, Mark Richmond was never arrested, even though his name was called in the initial disclosure by Bascom. They never arrested him.
Thing. Wow.
So now, my name was called. Since back when the murder took place, sometime after them, his name was called. They never arrested him. And I was like,
so this is a new development, and a development that might, we got to analyze it, might have a lot of implications for all persons involved. Because the fact that he was arrested this time, the fact that they asking for extra time on these 72 hours, right? They asked for extended hold. What's going to happen in this extra time, right? Usually in extra time, there's a lot of things that usually come into play. We're going to hear some of these insights, coming in from the top cup. Rasta Empress is saying this. Please remember to like up the live as you come in. Big up to Rasta Empress, and thanks for being a part of the live presentation. Thanks for dropping insightful commentary in the comment section. Plus, reminding them, thumbs up the live when you are coming, buddy. It don't cost you nothing to hit the thumbs up button. Take a couple seconds, hit the thumbs up button for me. Hit the thumbs up button as we jump into analyzing what's going on with this poll right here, right now. Take a couple seconds, thumbs up the live, we analyze right now. The poll today on this live is, do you think the recent update on the paper shards case was 1. orchestrated to sink the Mohammeds, B. a normal investigation path, or neither? Wait for the court's facts. 18% is saying they're going to wait for the court's facts, for the court facts. 17% is saying it's a normal investigation part, but guess what? More than 60% is saying it's orchestrated to sink the Mohammeds. And if that is the case, then Guyana has a lot to pay attention to with this, and a lot of things connected to it. You know why? Because we're talking about 100,000 plus persons that would have voted. And if this is the case, they can't be right. In no way. Because it wouldn't be justice. Right? It wouldn't be justice for paper shards. Knowing that the right person that should be held in this case for what went down, person or persons, are not, but you get the wrong person. Allegedly. We're analyzing as many parts as to what's going on right here, you know. That's the question right now up on the poll. Partake in the votes. And let's take some real right thinking analysis as we analyze what's going on right here. Let me see what the polls are going to say. Why is we get into some of these details?
Told y'all on
Let's hear some
Friday,
more from the top cup.
Following this paper shards murder, there was a robbery in Kitty where gold was stolen. It was said that the gold concerned the same Azadin Mohamed. Police wanted assistance with vehicles to go and sort some way for this gold, which they eventually found. The person who took a vehicle from Azadin Mohamed to police CID headquarters was the same Mark Richmond. He drove into police headquarters, Evelary, that is at this by the seawall there, and handed over the vehicle to the police. That's what was alleged. Big allegation. Wow. They never wanted him then. They never follow up no investigation really then. Never. They come now, they say they're pulling him. And as I said, I got a lot to talk about it. We get for the next half an hour. So let me tell you all something more, man. Right? Then I see the right thing to say that it is strange. Because remember the lawyer? The lawyer who is here now, they say file this writ of habeas corpus on Saturday. Who they tell us that the lawyer is Mr. Damien De Silva. And we have been told, we have come to learn that Mr. De Silva is also one of the lawyers, one of Azzuddin Mohamed's lawyer. So they come in now. Let me pull up again. Pull up. Let me tell y'all what they want to tell us now.
Lorraine, thanks for being a part of the live. Big up yourself and thanks for being a frequent traveler with us right here on Delta9 Media. Right? We got so many headlines to get into, so many things to analyze. We're analyzing right now some of the most recent updates and analysis on what's going on with one of the most important and trending headlines right now. The updates on the paper shards case, and it's coming from one of our top cops, Mr. Paul Slow. Let's get some of these details.
They found it strange now. They were one of the Live in Guyana. Live in Guyana is one of the propaganda page. PPP propaganda. When you hear Live in Guyana, when you hear Sheriff, when you hear Newsroom, when you hear Chronicle, when you hear NCN, and they get enough of them. Enough. They got a whole unit under Kwamisha, a whole unit dedicated to doing fakes, fake profiles and so on, and putting out propaganda out there. Hear what they say. Why is it, this is Live in Guyana, why is it that everyone arrested or pulled in for questioning in relation to the murder of Ricardo Paper Shards Fagundes is represented by Azzuddin's lawyer? Hashtag I tape. But let me Itate. Why is it when Boscom made the allegation against Azzuddin Mohamed, Mark Richmond, and Mitchell Caesar, the senior police officer, why is it? Is that the same lawyer from Charlotte Street wrote the pre-action letter to Boscom? The same lawyer represented the police officer, Caesar, Azzuddin Mohamed, and Richmond. They write and they threaten they want too much $1 million. Why is it then it was the same lawyer who represented Richmond, who represented Mohamed, and was representing Caesar? Y'all ain't see nothing wrong with it then. But now that the lawyer who represents or who is representing Azzuddin Mohamed is now representing Mark Richmond, and you find something strange. You want to itate. Well, I got itate, man. I itating. They don't see nothing wrong with it then, but they're coming now. I continue write and talk. When you got time to go through it. As a retiree, I got time to go through this thing for thing. Let me tell you, Almo. Let me tell you what they're fighting up with. Let me tell you what the crystal ball say. The crystal ball, as I told you all on Friday, I don't know if all y'all were in class. Y'all share. I don't know if all y'all were in class, but I said on Friday that you get three things: A, C, and I. A, C, I. A is you're trying to get a man in custody to admit to something in relation to this same murder. And once he admits, then you get him to give a confession in this murder. And if you get him to give a confession, then he has to implicate whoever you want to be implicated. And of course, in order for anybody to do something like that, you got to cut a deal. You got to cut a deal. You got to tell yourself, well, look, if you tell me this and if you implicate this person and you think that, We are going to charge you. You're going to use as state witness. They're going to cut a good deal with the man. Now, the problem, as I see it, as my crystal ball is saying, that if this lawyer, as the thing representing Mohamed, now representing Richmond, what are the chances of you getting a deal to be cut? Because any deal you're going to cut, I'm sure, would have to involve the lawyer. You see where it is? You see where they're coming from? Students, you see where they're coming from? So they
Y'all hear what's going on there? Y'all hear the implications of what's going on right there? So what really happening? What's the analysis? What's the updates that we're waiting on? Because it's only a matter of hours, they get an extended hold. So they got a number of hours more. They might get extra 72 or less. The hotline is open for persons who would like to call in and share some insightful commentary on some of the headlines that we would have analyzed so far. Let me make sure that I put up the banner on the screen. And boom, there's the banner. And make sure that good phone line is ready. Let's hear some more from the top cop.
No, that no deal ain't gonna cut. And as I said, look out for the next thing, You know what's the next thing? Look out for here that the man changing the liar. Don't look at the error. Look out for here that the man don't want this liar to represent him any longer.
1 second, I'll put on this.
It's now.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live.
This is checkers right now.
Yeah.
They start playing checkers, Mohamed start playing chess. The guy Mohamed do, provide him with an attorney.
Very good. A very good one. A very good one.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's the right thing to do anyway.
The right thing.
Can't implication until right. They can't do nothing. They don't talk to the liar. This is not long money talking by pocket long. You see? Wrap around the whole guy and come back. Well, you see? It's all about this explore to the farm where you expose them and that thing. That's all it is about. But this stupid guy, the right liar, he will tell him, you are the president to all of this for many years. Oh no, you coming. So you are encourager, because you are evidence. And then you put yourself saying, nope. Oh, so.
And then they had a whole interview and everything, trying to make sure that this situation went in a particular direction, allegedly. But now look what's going on in front of our face, right?
Yeah, because these guys, by all Guyanese acting, they feel all Guyanese are foolish, stupid, and ignorant. Yes, that's where they feel they could come wrong. We come wrong a lot of Guyanese with a lot of foolishness. You see, we can't get them suffering.
So we bring them out. We bring them out because we playing fool for catch wise. So we bring them out, drag them out. Kind of feel we stupid, but we way ahead of them in the clung moves.
But you know what? Like this cap, he's the APN new man, but he does speak on our platform, and he's not one-sided. He gives credit where credit due. And he lay out things fairly.
Yeah.
You see? If it's PPP fair on what they do, you say.
And he's give you insights from a legal standpoint that you wouldn't normally get just
And it's you know, and why I protect this and say he's credible with his information because he is not one-sided.
No.
And that's why a man like him, I just take his things serious. I dare listen.
Big up yourself, Al. Thanks for calling in.
Anytime.
I'm telling you, big up yourself. Thanks for being a frequent traveler. Plus, Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world. Delta9 Media is located. Big up to all the frequent travelers live with us right now. Who is in the chat with us right now, Delta9 travelers? Who are in the live with us? Let me see who with us. What are the comments? Hey, I don't know none about the body. Man saying the cow them sick, I don't know nothing about that, allegedly. It might be because of the traveling. There's so many things. We can jump into them headlines just now. We can jump into them headlines. I'm telling you, we got so many things to analyze right here on this live presentation.
A natural way to stay ready, baby. 'Cause I'm ready for you, Mr. C.
The ultimate male supplement, men's total wellness formula, packed with essential nutrients for men's health.
She'll call you Mr. C.
100% wild-crafted sea moss. Only the best, 'cause you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
They're going to tell you they're providing. They're going to suddenly hear some other lawyer is representing him. And if you check the background of whoever lawyer is going to represent, he's one of them. Are you watching my story? Watch. I tell you, with my knowledge and my experience and so on, I don't see far with me crystal ball. I don't see far. Watch out. Watch out. Because if the extension has been granted for up to tomorrow, they can also do magic. That man, Mandrake, who caused cocaine to turn flour, is going to appear.
I'm telling you. So they only got a few more hours. So I thinking that they would get a whole 72 Delta9 travelers, but they only get a few more hours, you understand? So, hey, these updates are coming very soon and very, very shortly. What's going to be the updates coming in on this? Make sure you subscribe because as they come in, we are going to make sure that we update you so we stay abreast with all the details of these very, very important headlines because why? It's connected to the leader of the opposition. It's connected to a lot of other far-reaching implications as to how this information is coming out, you understand? And what's going on with the investigation and a number of other things. Look, listen, very interesting couple of hours ahead of me.
Mr. Mandrake is going to appear. Mr. Mandrake is going to appear. And don't forget too, when this incident occurred and Bascom made that revelation, they do ask other thing to destroy Bascom. Then the man made an allegation, he called Caesar name, he called Mark Richmond name, he called Azadin Mohamed name. Right? They had no interest in those persons. All their energies were exhorted to put this sergeant in trouble. All, so much so, let me tell you, if you ever forget, Bascom at the time was being represented by Mr. Nigel Hughes, prominent, distinguished attorney at law, Mr. Nigel Hughes. Right? Mr. Nigel Hughes, quite rightly in my view, said that Bascom should be treated as a whistleblower. A whistleblower, a man who's been in there and know what's going on, and therefore he is revealing. And the legislation, they got law in Guyana, which provides for a whistleblower to be protected. They never sought to protect him. Mr. Nigel Hughes wrote to the president, same here finally, requesting protection for this whistleblower who is revealing, who is making allegation that Azadin Mohamed pays Caesar $30 million for cover up this murder. That's the allegation the man made. But at the time, look at the relationship all them were one. They were balls of a feather.
So we here in this conversation now because we analyzing as many parts so we could get to what really taking place. So we hear what Top Cop highlighting there, right? We hear what the Top Cop just highlight right there. Birds of a feather, right? A lot of far-reaching implications in this.
So what they did, they went after Bascom viciously. I'll read some other things. We got a little time. We got a little 15, 20 minutes more. We got a little time. They went after him viciously. Cybercrime charges against him.
Mind you, the person who we open with and that we were just listening to, that is Mr. Bacchus, right? And Top Cop is highlighting certain details on Mr. Bascom. Two B's, right? But different persons involved in the same situation, buddy. Let me hear some more going on right here.
He won the charges. He still can't get back his work. Still cannot get back his job. Cybercrime charges. They had no interest at all in investigating this matter. Even the leads that they had, as provided by, they had absolutely no interest in investigating. So when they come now and tell me new evidence, why have we never new evidence? You have a new interest, not no new evidence. And who would forget that at the time when when Bascom made the allegation, the only person, as far as I'm aware, and you know I following this thing, the only body they arrest in connection with this paper Charles murder was Rondell Bacchus, called Killer. The only body that was arrested, and even that ended up with some controversy because according to Bacchus and according to Bascom, they put out a wanted bulletin for Bacchus. Bacchus reached out to Bascom, and Bascom said that he took him in to CID headquarters. Bascom, the same Dion Bascom, took in the suspect, the only suspect that he had, Rondell Bacchus, to CID. Aiken and Blanham called a press conference to debunk Bascom's allegation. They say it's not Bascom carrying Rondell Bacchus. The other...
Yeah, we're going on. So what's going to happen now when all of these things coming out, Delta9 travelers? Now when all of this investigation is going on and they intend to make sure they sink somebody and make sure that justice is served in this case, hopefully, and we're hoping that it is served swiftly and condignly, right? Listen, what's going to be the implications now, given this interview and all of the proceedings over the years with this case? You hear some more.
Press conference, y'all remember that disastrous press conference? They never had a next one since. They looked, look, it was disastrous, the press conference that they had. Disastrous. And the evidence later proved Bascom to be correct. Rondell Bacchus says on an interview, the lawyer for Rondell Bacchus, the same man, I think it's the same lawyer he had since then, that Bacchus had. Same Damian De Silva, I think it was, right? Represented. So now they find it strange that Damian De Silva represented. They find it strange. And what happened? The man was released because obviously they get evidence to show that the man wasn't involved. The ones who were alleged to be involved, either being the mastermind or being the actual trigger man, they never pulled them in.
They never pulled them in. Big up yourself, PA, and thanks for dropping this insightful piece of commentary into the comment section. PA is highlighting this. about what's going on right here. He's saying,
they never questioned them.
the PPP cabal has been defeated by Azadeen, and they left with the final option. To try to frame him for unaliving people shards. Fact is, wealthy people don't squeeze. At least the smart ones. Big up yourself. Thanks for dropping this insightful piece of commentary into the comment section. P. Alicock, plus for being a moderator and a frequent traveler with us, buddy. Always got the insights, right? Let's hear some more coming in from the top cops, giving us some of the intricate details in this case. Things that we got to make sure that we really analyze as we saw something going on right there.
They never. And then what happened? Following the allegation, let me read this part to y'all. Let me read this. Because the government, Robeson, Shoot and Scoot then was the Minister of Home Affairs.
Steve is saying money run things. I'm telling you. Crazy when you think about it, right?
And they invited the RSS, out of Barbie, the RAS. They invite RAS to come to look into this matter, this allegation made by Bascom. What it says. The government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, via the Office of the Minister of Home Affairs, made an official request for investigative services to the Regional Security System, RSS. They left out of what we left. RSS.
So all of this went down in this case, you know. All of this. So all of these international bodies are going to be implicated in the final judgment as well because they were a part of the original investigation. So listen, far-reaching implications. You see how it's good to get this analysis from who? Mr. Paul Slow, speaking out, exposing corruption and incompetence.
The RSS Office of Professional Responsibility. As a result, the RSS facilitated the request, and the former Detective Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Service, Serious Organized Crime Command, United Kingdom, was deployed to provide assistance. The main objectives of the report were as follows. They tell you what's the main objective. To determine whether the Guyana Police Force had effectively investigated the unlawful killing homicide of Ricardo Fagundes. 2, to determine whether there is any evidence to support any wrongdoing by Detective Superintendent Mitchell Caesar and Inspector Nigel Stevens of the Guyana Police Force as alleged by Sergeant Dion Bascom. 3, to review the investigation of the Fagundes case by the Guyana Police Force and any action taken by the investigated officers. Those were the terms, 3 things. The review, then they go on to say, as a result, the following key findings of the RSS review reveal that A, the bribery allegation made by Sergeant Bascom against the Guyana Police Force, namely that Detective Superintendent Caesar and Inspector Stevens, in an attempt to cover up unlawful killing homicide of Fagundes, were hearsay, having no provenance. B, Sergeant Bascom was arrested at a location where illegal drugs were found during a custom anti-narcotics unit operation. He consequently made 2 live streams where he made further allegations and personal demands. The timing of these revelations caused one to question the veracity of his allegations. It was noted that his actions to make these live streams was in contravention of Section 19.5A of the Cybercrime Act 16 of 2018 of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, where he used a computer system to transmit electronic data with intent to humiliate, harass, and cause distress to the detective Superintendent Caesar Roach, you know, they say Mitchell Roach. Is that a Freudian slip? That's the man that wrote, you know, I think it was either NCN or so on. Hear what they say? With intent to humiliate, harass, or cause distress to Detective Superintendent Mitchell Roach. I believe Mitchell Caesar. Well, why would they think so Roach? Is a cockroach? What kind of roach? Detect on the mind by the fact that Sergeant Bascom was found to be living rent-free in a furnished property in the area of Essequibo, belonging to an Essequibo businessman and gold trader. Then they go D. It has further been found that Sergeant Bascom was also working as a personal security officer for the said Essequibo businessman. It is noted that Sergeant Bascom's private employment as a security officer for the businessman was a direct contravention of Section 32 of the Police Act, Chapter 1601, which prohibits members of the Guyana Police Force from engaging in trade or business without the consent of the Commissioner of Police. Further, Section 31(1) prohibits the rank from holding any other office or employment for hire or gain. E. Sergeant Bascom has denied leaking information to the media as it relates to the ongoing investigation. However, there is evidence that he did contact the press, and this was confirmed to the police by Palm Court.
So, a lot of implications, a lot of things to really analyze because, listen, you heard what the top cops were just putting into perspective for us right there, right? Well, now we're going to get a chance to hear from Mr. Burke. And we heard a lot of persons mention Mr. Bascom. It's only right that we get some of these insights coming from Mr. Bascom himself. Big up to all the frequent travelers that are going to catch this one in the rewind in the future. Almost 500 persons live with us right now, and we've been broadcasting for more than an hour. Have you taken a couple of seconds yet, Delta9 travelers, to make sure that you thumbs up the live and that you're subscribed? It costs you nothing, but that's an independent, free way to support Delta9 Media. Take a couple of seconds, thumbs up the live, and subscribe if you're not already a part of Team Delta. The year we're going on right here.
Something, first of all, everybody. And listen, there is something that is most embarrassing for the Guyana Police Force here. You have the same attorney. Listen, let me say something. First of all, everybody here whose names are called, have been called, are entitled to a presumption of innocence. That's basic. Natural justice, rights, human rights, basic. Everybody is entitled to legal representation, including Mr. Bascom. And now I understand he has legal representation and the fireworks can start now. On the lawyer side, and my advice to Mr. Bascom now is that's it. Stop talking. Let your lawyer speak for you now. Because I was advised tonight that he has an attorney. When I received a press statement this morning, early this morning, I made a post on Facebook. Keep sharing this link live, everybody. Share this link. This information about the Guyana Police Force must reach the world. It's almost
because my family was scared. But when I explained to them the reason for making you live, they understand, right? So I come today to tell you how the reason what make I speak out the other day, right? I come and tell you how the reason for me speaking out the other night, right? And it has nothing to do with me being locked up by Canoe or nothing like that. And that's one of the first thing I want to clear up. A newspaper said that that Canoe arrest me wrongfully, or Canoe set me up. They said Canoe set me up, right? Canoe didn't set me up. Canoe was doing the work. I just went to see a friend who is sick. My friend that was sick, he can't walk. He's pissed through a bag. He can't come outside and meet me. I gotta go inside there and see him, right? I just want to clear it apart. Canoe didn't set me up. So the part where I said that Canoe set me up, I just want to clear the piece of me. If you could please clear the piece of me. I is the person that things happen to, and I tell you, Canoe did not set me up. I went in the yard to see a friend. Right? So I just want to clear the piece. Canoe get the work for do, them doing the work. For years, I've been really work what Canoe been doing. So me ain't get nothing against Canoe doing the work. But Canoe take instructions from Mr. Blanum. There's another Sugun come and I talking the truth because he is do to me. He take instruction from Mr. Blanum to put me in diamond lockup. And I was placed in diamond lockup. And I say I mustn't come out of the lockup and all this kind of thing. I get treated like I murdered somebody. This is how I get treated. And as a police, me supposed to go in no lockup. I supposed to go upon close arrest.
I'm telling you. See, hearing directly from Mr. Bascom some of the details that are being analyzed right now, because this is the extra 24 hours that they ask for right now is counting on the clock as we are live here right now. There are updates that are definitely gonna rock Guyana one way or the next with this case. But nonetheless, justice is a must, as we can see.
I stated already, not gonna state it again. I come today for make a set of nice and go on bad. Right? That's simple and deal with things, right? The next thing I want to also tell you that Mr. Blanum was responsible for me picture leaking out from Canoe. He tell them to put me picture out there. Because people writing Canoe tell me that Mr. Blanum tell them to put me picture out there. And through all the things that I've been going through, being transferred, right? They said that I was transferred because I leak out information to Kaicho News about this guy, Mark Richmond, that threatened me, right? They said I got transferred because he leak out information about somebody threatening me. And I make a report and so on, and them didn't do nothing. No. I just want the world to know that Mark Richmond called me on the 18th of May, 2021. On the 6th of February, 2022, this article ended up in Kaicho News 9 months after, right? And was a whole mix-up article, because the article said that we went by Mark Richmond 3 times, which we only went by Mark Richmond 1 time. The article said that the state Mark Richmond name a Shopman. Now, if I had given Kaicho News any information, they would know his name was Mark Richmond and not Shopman because I know your name. And that's why I brave on board for come and talk this. If I'd been talking to the media, I would be brave on board to talk to the media and tell them his right name. I never wanted to take out for a person from the police. It's most obviously the police want to put the name Mark Richmond. They want to put Shopman, right? And I explain everything. Now, I just want to show y'all something, right? This is they said that I make up this story, right? I got a lot of evidence, right? A whole lot. But I can just show y'all some to clear up some points first. This picture, see this picture? Why y'all get a clear look at it? Right? You see this picture? Who's this person is in the background? This is Mr. Caesar, right? That is Mr. Caesar, right? This is the phone. Remember the other night when I talked to y'all? I said that Mr. Caesar tell me to flash this information from the phone.
Big up yourself, Rasta Empress, and thanks for that piece of moderation right there. I already would have, I think I put the right person on timeout because I don't understand, just they chain of thought and why they just think that they're gonna just drop all of that on us right here. Over here in the comment section, we keep things insightful and respectful. You understand? Because we's big people and we got sense. You understand me? You can't come on the people platform and do certain things. Come on. We know better, we do better, no man. All of these big people on the live. Big up to all the travelers right now with us. Bobby, what's going on? Thanks for coming in and being a part of this live presentation.
But I flash the information from my phone, right? You see there? Now I can show you something. I want you all to watch this thing clearly, right? Watch this thing clear, right? I ain't care if they kill me. I can just be another dead man. People is crashing dead. Millions of people die from corona. Same thing. I know I'm a family now kind of thing. I got COVID. COVID could have killed me too, and I dead and God. If I get shots there, the same rotten you're rotten in, right? The same rotten you're rotten in, right? So if they kill me, right? Watch. I fear nobody. You take a good look at it. I want you watch it. You can see the name Mark Richmond. You can see the number 697 8020 mark up there. This is Mark Richmond phone number. You can see address, lot 43 Ben Street, right? This is the information Mr. Caesar give me when he tell me flash his cell phone with the guy named Mark Richmond information, right? You seen it? Watch it. Lot 43 Ben Street. You see the name Mark Richmond and his cell phone number, right? 697 8020, right? You see the number, right? This is the information when Mr. Caesar thing for me and the officer for go the morning 4 o'clock for Mark Richmond. There's the address to tell you for go locate and relocate it and so on. And we went to Ben Street. And when we meet there, I tell you that the man door went wide open and he brought stand up. Me somebody call him. I think when he go in the bedroom, the clothes being pulled out as if he get a there was somebody call you for tell you hurry out, like you hurry up for go somewhere. The clothes went pulled out of the wardrobe and some threw up on the bed. Right? When we walk in 4 o'clock in the morning, tell me be sitting man down and rest the man, go for 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, this is the thing we come, tell me flashy picture. You see the face in the background, you see the neck there. Because there's a thing he sent to Mr. Blanham there. There's a other message he sent to Mr. Blanham. This information we sent to Mr. Blanham. Now Mr. Blanham tell the vice president that I make up this story because I want me gone, right? So I make up this story. How I get this thing from Mr. Caesar, this information. What's the guy named Mark Richmond? This is one of the person that's suing me. With Azudin Mohamed and Mr. Caesar, this is one of the person that's suing me, right? Now, the next thing I want to address, the phone call, right? Remember tell y'all that Mark Richmond called me? This is the printout, right? This is the printout, y'all okay? This is the printout from me phone, right? Y'all seen it? This is the printout from me phone, right? I tell you, after the guy called me, I call Inspector Sarabo, then I call Mr. Caesar, I didn't get on to him. I call Mr. Blanham, I did not get on to him. And then I get on to Mr. Caesar, who advised me to go make a report. Then I call Anais, who's a friend of mine, Sergeant Anais. You see the name of the top there? Then I get Mr. Caesar, Mr. Blanham, and then I get Sarabo. Sarabo, Inspector Sarabo, Mr. Caesar, Mr. Blanham. Then I get on to Mr. Caesar, and I explain to you that this man just called me and telling me don't go looking for you, so on and so on. And this is high profile matter we're looking after. And I feel threatened by it because me know this man get me number for call me and we doing an investigation, right? Watch Mr. Caesar, number the top there. This is when I get on back to he, right? And he trying to tell me, like go make a report, right? He said to go make a report. This is the report. You probably can't see it good because it didn't print out properly. This is the report that I went to make at Breakdown Police Station. They got a little Marine Constable. He's the person to take report from me. I'm going to try to forget it better, forget his name. Right? This is before Breakdown Police Station Bondong. But God, they keep me see you been coming with me because it's a good thing I end up flashing this report. Because Breakdown Bondong, the diary gone up in flames, right? The diary I make reporting gone up in flames. So it's like God went with me. Right? If I use my head, I flash this report. Right? So, Mark Richmond, what's suing me? I want to show y'all back again, right? You see Mark Richmond number 697 8020. The number that called me, right? You see the number here, right? This man, he called me, tell me don't go looking for you, so on. Now, Mr. Blanham tell the vice president that I make up this story, right? Because I want my license gun. He said, make up this story because I want my license gun. Watch it. 697 8020. You see when he called me.
Wow. Yeah, hearing them implications there. So, what's going to be the case now with these extra hours of hold when all of these things are part of the investigation and a part of public record as well? We analyzing all the details of what's going on in this case, buddy. Big up to all the travelers that are live with us right now. Let me analyze some of what's going on with the poll. If you can, please, and thank your moderation. Pull it up so we can see what the votes are saying and what the travelers are definitely voting on in this live presentation. Do you think greetings, you're on Delta9 Media.
Yeah. You don't maybe you know how this back and forth and this thing is paper shot. You know all of this is what to the Guyanese people then?
What?
It's a distraction. A big distraction. Nothing coming out of that. There's too much going on in it. And we know nothing coming out of that. By the time you know it's all of this blow over and them are going to pass the president bill 2057.
Well, let's hope that some amount of justice come out in this case as well, because we're talking about
you don't get justice. Justice supposed to been done come already long time all the steps. Now, first of all, the main evidence they said they didn't get no plan from the CA, the cameras that didn't go, so they didn't get to identify the car or anything. You understand? These evidence, all of this solid evidence they wash away because of what it is. You can't bring this back on the surface and say, well, these evidence suddenly appear and no, they done gone. You don't say you know a lot about it. This whole thingy when Mohamed exposed that farm and then now he exposing his president. What you call it, where you want to sign there into parliament that gives these big lavish benefits after the guy needs a daily making it. That's what this is about.
In this poll that we get up on the channel right now, do you think the recent update on the paper sharks case is one, orchestrated to sink the Mohammeds, or B, a normal investigation? It's just taking the part of a normal investigation.
Nigel? It's neither to the two. Neither is not different. Nothing.
So you're waiting to see. You're waiting.
The people there to thief more of this guy needs money. That's it.
I'm telling you. A big distraction.
That's what it is. Because listen, remember, this thing has laid out to us in public what you want to do and with this farm and all this thing. Right? When Mohamed now come. Now, guess what? You hear nothing about that. He didn't really say much. They put the Attorney General to run up him out. Guess what right now? Just when the Parliament open for about a day or a couple hours and the bill passed and they shut it down. By saying it's everything blow.
I'm telling you.
It's a distraction. Big distraction to the guy these people again.
Wow.
I dare listening.
Look up yourself. A big distraction? Or could it be that finally we're going to see some amount of justice in this case. Finally, they're going to bring the persons to justice that really perpetrated these acts. I'm telling you, only the updates will tell. Only these next couple of hours, because they're asking for some extra time with Mr. Richmond. I'm telling you. And the poll is saying at least 75% or more is saying that they think that this is orchestrated to sink Mr. Mohamed. Do you think the recent update on the Paper Sharks case was? And 75% or more is saying it was orchestrated to sink Mr. Mohamed. What are your views? Make sure that you participate in the poll that's up on the channel right now, or drop your call on the hotline. Let me make sure that I put up the hotline number again for persons who might not be familiar with that number, and drop it into the comment section. Let's have some meaningful conversation on these very important and trending headlines. All right. We were getting some of these details coming in from Mr. Bascom. We're going to get some more of that before we jump into these other headlines that are going on right now on the ground.
Right? Now, I'll show you back this another document here again, so you can see it good. This is the information on me and everything. You see it there? On Mark Richmond? You see it there? You see the number there? 697-8020. Right? Now, I'm going to address something else now. These men send me 3 summons. Right? These men send me 3 summons. Summons or liar's letter or whatever you call it. By the way, this is the guy Mark Richmond. I know him for years. This is the guy Mark Richmond. I know him for years. Watch him. Right? I know him for years. It's one of Azadine security. Right? I know he since I small, growing up, I know him for Matfield Street. We know today in the green shop. I never know your shop, man. I even know your name. Because I just see your passy. Right? When he call, I see want to tell Mr. Caesar that I know you from Matfield Street from a shop. So when he call me on the shop, man, let me Mr. Caesar I started talking with him. Because when he call me, tell me he's shop man from Matfield Street. Right? Remember when they tell me to go to Ben Street, I tell them, no, this man don't live Ben Street, this man live at Matfield Street, I know he's from Matfield Street. Remember the investigation we're doing? He said, go Ben Street here, the man said Ben Street. Couple days after, this guy get my number and call me, tell me don't go looking for him. Right? This is Mark Richmond. Something Danny right up with Azadine baby mother post about you when you go for kidnap your son or something. They don't mark up on the picture there. I'm gonna post it and left it on Facebook because this is minor evidence to what I really got. Right? Now, I come for a deal with this thing they send me about the but this liar come and bring by my house. I couldn't accept it, but I had to bring it because I noticed something, so I had to bring it, right?
Telling you, there's so much going on, so many intricate parts to what is playing out right before our eyes, Delta9 travelers. We get a chance to hear from Mr. Bacchus, we get a chance to hear from Mr. Burke, we heard from Mr. Bascom himself, right? What are your views, Delta9 travelers? Drop it into the comment section. Call it in. Because listen, these headlines, the updates that are going to come in very soon and very shortly on this, like I said, is going to rock Guyana one way or the next. These are some headlines as well that are very important that are going on right now on the ground.
See, it's 5:19 p.m. No vet. Although the Minister of Agriculture, he made a release stating that vets would be moving with the trucks all the way from Letem to Tacoma waterfront. And we are here for over 2 hours and no vets are here to overlook the animals, to care for the animals, to ensure that they're okay. Presently, They have, over that side of the Berbice River, residents said more than 12 animals.
Who's been following this story? Because listen, there's a number of things been going on with this story. You know. There was videos before this where they were showing a lot of what's going on the ground with the animals and all of them things. Right? Now, before this video that the leader of the opposition is doing right here, I don't know if person had a chance to see the other uploads that we put on the channel, but this video was done and he was exposing these details
And regional executive
that are directly connected to some of what we're going to highlight again as we go back to that video right now.
Officers. One REO remained in office, the REO of Region 9, Carl Singh. I will let you know why he is still there. He is the most corrupt REO of all, but he is allowed to maintain his position because of the massive corruption he has to carry out for his masters. I have received numerous reports, videos, and eyewitness accounts concerning the operations taking place under his watch in Region 9. The man functions as a demi-president in the region. These reports are about the smuggling of hundreds of millions of US dollars worth of gold across Guyana's borders, the movement of cattle, livestock, meat products, and other goods from Brazil, the treatment of public servants who attempt to enforce the law, the allocation of state lands, and the accumulation of assets and commercial interests by persons using political power. Carl Singh is described by the residents as a tyrant in the region. Public servants have reported an environment in which officers who question decisions, attempt to enforce regulations, or refuse to facilitate politically connected interests are transferred or dismissed. Public health officials and GRA staff who attempted to intercept trucks carrying smuggled meat were transferred or dismissed. Despite his history of shooting a 25-year-old woman in the abdomen and abuse of power, Carl Singh is still allowed to carry his firearm license. While this wicked, vindictive government seized all of my personal firearms, even as leader of the opposition, he continues to occupy the most powerful administrative positions in the region. Already died with their unborn.
Yeah.
So that's 12 by 2, 24 animals. And in these trucks, we have, how much you said? One
died and another 5 panting for breath, almost dying.
Yeah, we showed you in the live earlier where one
actually died on the live.
One died on the live, a pregnant heifer. And 5 more panting for breath. And up to now, the vets are not here.
We have 2 born, probably today.
Yeah.
2 newborn there.
2 newborn. Meaning 2 was born in the trucks.
Exactly. Now we want to call specifically on the ministry and on the Guyana Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals to look into this matter, because what we see today, what the world saw today, is cruelty to the max, where animals in these hot metal plated truck for 6 days in our jurisdiction, suffering, that almost 14 or 15 done die already, and another 5 on dying, plus born within this confinement of this trailer, right? And we don't even know if the trucks will cross tonight because we see the excavator breakdown.
Yeah, we have 3 more trucks on this side.
3 more trucks to go. We see the government vehicle trying to pull on.
Let the view.
Wow. Allegedly, all because of what was being exposed and the connections that it might bring, persons were uneasy about accepting this particular shipment of cattle, allegedly. But it seems like if it's something that they're doing for a while, because we're hearing about persons cornering the market and all of these kind of things. You understand?
If animals are being moved from Brazil into Guyana without the same level of veterinary scrutiny, quarantine, testing, and regulatory enforcement imposed upon ordinary farmers, then we must be concerned about the likelihood of foot and mouth disease, given Brazil's history. The introduction of an infected animal into Guyana's livestock population could have severe consequences for cattle producers across the country. Foot and mouth disease can spread rapidly.
I'm telling you. Yeah, there is some of the implications being highlighted right there. Big up yourself, Marcia. Thanks for being a frequent traveler with us. And thanks for tuning in to this special presentation. And our condolences on the passing of your loved one. "13 is saying Ali is a cruel banner." I tell you, by somebody, whoever's calling the shots right here, I telling you, boy. Judgment on them. Let's hope that they were able to harvest the beef, and it's not a situation where all of that now is just left to stink and go to waste. Because ultimately, you know, the whole situation just, it just stinks, literally. Literally. Persons are watching this internationally wondering, is this the way that is always treat the food supply? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Paulette is saying the government shame because they're being exposed, right? Marcy is saying them cows belong to who? I'm telling you. That's why nobody receiving them, Marcia. Nobody want them cow come by the gate because they don't know them cows is under strict watch right now. So that's the case right now. Nobody trying to own or claim or, receive the shipment of more than 300 at this point animals. Rasta Empress is saying the closet is open and the bones them just dropping out.
An outbreak could affect pastures and farming operations, destroy livestock, restrict the movement and sale of animals, disrupt agricultural trade, and destroy the livelihoods of farmers who have spent generations building their herds, unlike President Ali. Just days ago, I received reliable information that approximately 300 Brazilian cows were brought to Guyana. Once the 300 cows were on the way from Brazil to Letem, I received a phone call. When the PPP realized I was monitoring the movement of these cattle, they changed the destination.
Okay, so we're getting a chance to understand what caused these developing stories and the updates.
We all know where the cows were headed. Minister Zulfikar rushed to issue a statement saying the cows are heading to Ibini. Why wait until you are exposed to fabricate this explanation? So what happens is President Ali, Minister Zulfikar, and Carl Singh are controlling the meat supply chain. The cattle and carcasses are smuggled from or bought at extremely low prices from Brazil to Guyana, and they can be resold for market price. When they bring live animals, they take them straight to the 150-acre mega farm and the abattoir in Region 5. They are slaughtered and injected into the market by the next day, making large profits. When they bring meat, it is repackaged and sold as if it were locally produced.
Wow. So we hearing some of these implications we're going in. Could you imagine the person who you think is going to help you now to better your industry, better what you got going on with yourself, might be the very person that you might have to compete with. That's if you're into cattle and poultry and rearing of animals, as we can hear right here coming in from the leader of the opposition, right? And we're going to get some more of the updates that Zibuya, thanks for being a part of the live. Good evening to Delta9 and family. Pick up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Shell is saying PPP think they slick. I think that man know the slick by this point. At this point. Remember those cows were chilling by those vacant, abandoned houses the government built. Yeah. There was a lot of cows for real that was grazing around there. But that don't mean that was the cow. It could be persons that just let a cow out to pasture. And the cow just there all over the place, you know. But you never know. You never know. Zabuya is saying the worst thing that ever happened for Guyana is the PPP. I'm telling you. Oh boy. Crazy reality when we analyze it. Let me hear some of these updates coming in from the ground.
See, because the ministry always would like to come out with sheer lies in their statements. And look here, the government excavator is down. Now we got to use state vehicle, the Ministry of Agriculture vehicle.
To pull on the ramp from the barge.
Yeah.
This vehicle, this taxpayer's vehicle, doesn't have the power to pull this ramp onto the land here so that the trucks could drive on. So you could see the excavator there. I don't even think it's government excavator. That is the Chinese excavator. Even notice the Chinese have all the goods there.
No, it's government. It's government. Yeah.
Okay, well, the excavator there is breakdown.
Yeah.
That one was breakdown. They got to find the other one over there to start just now. And so we don't know if these cows will be able to cross tonight because just now here will be pretty dark.
Wow, so another night on the road. Marcia is saying the Guyana government allegedly bring grass from Brazil and plant them on the Mabura Road going to Madia and Letem. And the grass is growing healthy. Anybody join a 72 or a 94 bus? Now watch and see what you see. The grass. So everything done line up. Everything done set up for this big hustle that's going on. It's only certain persons in know. But allegedly, after the leader of the opposition exposed what's going on the farm, everything just started trickling out. I'm telling you. Thanks for dropping that insightful piece of commentary into the comment section, Marcio. Patrick, what's going on? Patrick is saying Doubleday Hotel was probably owned by Ali. Well, who knows? But on paper, there might be other persons, that hold that position of ownership for that piece of real estate. Allegedly. PA is saying, were those cows being taken to Long Creek Ranch? Are the cows now abandoned because of an a transaction that was exposed, right? Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope that's not the case.
"6 days. If this truck doesn't cross tonight, it will be 7 days. This animal.
300 animals worth 100 million Guyana dollars. Taxpayers' money.
Metal crated trucks.
One body, where the vet? Where the vet? But you're telling me that 2 hours now, bro? But we got animals here. The minister said, your minister said that vets with these trucks. And I'm here 2 hours and no vets here. Why is he lying to the nation? Then he's going to release statements that vets present.
No vet up to now. 524, no vet. And this truck, this pickup can't pull that.
Big up to the entire opposition team, you know, because they out and about making sure that they highlight and deal with this situation right here. Contaminated food could cause a rampant situation because with that amount of beef, you need to make sure that the animals are being treated, transported, and giving birth in sanitary environments for you. We're really looking at right here. Listen, we're going to make sure we bring you all the updates that come in on this headline as well, because it's very, very important. Very important.
So once again, never believe a word from this wicked PPP government. The Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, such a dishonorable man, just like his masters. He mentioned that vets are with these trucks. Vets are taking care of these animals. That is false. That is false. That is a lie. Because for more than 2 hours, we are at the Takama waterfront and no vets here. We witnessed one pregnant heifer die on the live.
Wow.
We saw two babies that deliver during the course of the day. Residents on that side mentioned 12 pregnant heifers die on the other side of the Berbice River. Then he just mentioned that we have 5 more cows panting for breath in these 3 trucks. So this is how they're wasting taxpayers' money. Wanton waste.
So we get a chance to hear from the leader of the opposition on this. But it's only right and it's completely Delta9 Media style for us to make sure we get a chance to hear from who?
I am using this opportunity on this platform to, I don't want to use the word dispel, but to at least bring everyone up to speed, the general populace, with respect to our normal SOPs as it relates to movement of live animals. And I am being specific now. This is in relation to one of our projects for this year, which is the importation of 1,000 pregnant cattle from neighboring Brazil. We would have been fortunate, and I say we because the industry is what is going to benefit from all of this, to have an opportunity to import these high genetics into Guyana to ensure that we can continue the upward trajectory which we have seen over the past months and years. Those of you who are following what is happening closely with our livestock sector would recognize that our extraction rate for our females was pretty high. As such, when the opportunity was given to the GLDA to have an injection of this amount of female to aid in the National Cattle Development Program, we saw this as a big plus and an opportunity for the industry as a whole. As it relates to the actual imports of the animals, there are a few things which I want to make clear. No animal will be allowed in or out of Guyana without the necessary documentation. That is the first thing I want to make elusively clear. With respect to these animals, all the documentation was done. An import permit was issued. We also, the contract was won by an international company, a co-op, and they're the ones who are sending the animals to Guyana. Those animals were subjected to mandatory quarantine in Brazil, in keeping with Guyana and Brazil sanitary protocols as it relates to the movement of ruminants. Upon arrival in...
All right. So we're getting a chance to hear the government side of what's going on. And we're hearing that allegedly certain protocols were followed. We'll hear some more of these details before we jump into some more headlines.
Guyana at Port Lethem, those animals were subjected to further examination by our quarantine team, not only on the animals itself, but also to ensure that all the relevant documentation is in place and are correct. Once those animals depart Lethem, the interregional permit, which will give permission for animals to move from one region to the next, is also given and accompany those animals. The animals would generally, we prefer to move them more at nights. However, because of the long distance, what we would normally do is every 4 hours, the trucks will move, and then they will rest the animals for another 2 to 4 hours, depending on the time. If it's in the evening, they will rest only for 2 hours. If it's during the day, 4 hours. So once that is done, during that period, the animals are given adequate water, feed, and a thorough examination is done of each transport truck containing those animals by our team that was accompanying those animals from Lethem right up to our ranch in Ibini. The composition of our team was, in addition to the driver, we had 2 livestock extension officers, a veterinarian, and an attendant, to ensure that everything, we follow all protocols. But in relation to the welfare aspect, more specifically, because a lot of questions are being asked about if the animals were being fed. Yes, we had adequate amount of silage, some baleage, and some hay available for those animals, in addition to the electrolyte. Upon arrival in Takama waterfront, we had an unfortunate situation where, because of the tidal conditions, the barge was unable to cross. When the opportunity presented itself last night, again, it was during the night, so it would have posed a risk to the animals and our staff to cross the river during that period. So this morning, we got assistance from one of our colleagues nearby.
Everything's going great, man. What's going on your side?
Everything's blessed. God is good, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing of his family, blessing of the
Same to
big
you,
up
same
all
to
good,
you. Yeah, man.
So, brother, one question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Where are these documentation where these animals coming from? Is these animals coming from the government of Brazil, or these animals are coming from private citizens in Brazil? And two, another question, my brother. Why these animals are there so much there? It appears like they have no plan where these animals are going. It's not that they have no plan. They know exactly where these animals were going, but can't one spin up. They don't want to get another spin up.
Yeah.
That these animals were destined directly to my uncle's farm. And I know why they may allow these animals to go to my uncle's farm. I'm very much upset and annoyed. You understand me, brother?
Yeah, them are messing around with your uncle stocks.
Exactly, my brother.
I telling you.
No, the man will get 300 plus there, just that we get me, brother. And then I would multiply, man, would get a amount so much. But 900, bro.
Yeah.
You understand me, brother?
You hear the opposition leader saying it's almost more than $100 million.
Exactly. Now again, my brother. These animals are here so long without water, without food. These animals must die. Look at them how they're looking probably already, my brother. These animals lose weight overnight. And so long they haven't eat. You understand me, brother? These animals lose weight because look at the condition of them now. And then a popular social media personnel coming hiring hours and hours and hours, they lie. It's wondering who really liar, because now this man again, we shoot just now the CEO.
Yeah.
When was the black belly questioning? Is then he come out and like, oh, there's rain and this and they ain't got time to do this, they ain't got time to do. Now the same man again come back again. Only then say, then we don't see this man.
Yeah.
Why we don't see these people all the time? To enlighten the Guyanese people here. There are 1,000 sheep coming in this country. 20 for Linden, 20 for Barbies, 20. You understand?
Yeah.
But these people have no idea what they're doing because they know all 300 was going on the farm. And my uncle farm.
The man got everything locked down.
Don't forget the part.
Allegedly.
Now I would have get paid for the Christmas. Now I can't get paid for the Christmas because the take away my uncle found them now. Anyhow, they understand me, my brother.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in. Frequent travelers highlighting certain aspects to what we analyzing right there. Big up to all the travelers right now in the chat. Lenny, big up yourself. How much money was given to this idiot to come and talk nonsense in hope of convincing people with common sense? I don't know who you're referring to, Mr. Lenny. But we try to respect persons over here, Mr. Lenny. And if you are referring to me, then respect is due. But thanks for watching nonetheless and for being a part of the presentation. Right? Be respectful and be, well, you could be a part of the presentation. You can't disrespect people. Especially the person that's on the screen. I don't tolerate disrespect because I don't disrespect people. Right? Jackie. Jackie's saying it looked like if the man was forced. Well, who knows? But nonetheless, does the greetings, Samuel. Thanks for being a part of the live.
Good night. And Taylor Scala, I'll tell you, Uncle Lucy, he thinks them up. I'm sorry, Uncle Lucy.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
get two questions, right?
Yeah.
One to government and one to the opposition leader, right? Starting government. Now, you think by now they know, I think by now you all know that there's a trust issue with the people of this country and the government of this country. You understand? So, why not show the document? Why not show the document for people's mind that, hey, this is really about what you are saying and for what you are saying? You get your way with that? Right? Because if we can't see no evidence, no document, which is going to be the evidence, is that we're going to continue on the same cycle. Everything that comes out your mouth, we're going to say is a lie. You understand?
Yeah.
Because what comes out your mouth is not what we feel. So, we want to see some documents. We want to see some evidence.
It's all
See your position.
Yeah.
See your position leader. What next? What next? We see, you expose, we give thanks, but what next? What next? So what we gonna do? Sit down and allow these things to continue, and so that you can get something to talk about, or there's another point. We're gonna fight this thing, we're gonna try to stop these things from happening, because look, all of these data is well and good. We see them, and most of the time these are things that we know for the land as well. But then we fighting it. So what we gonna do? Keep giving a good talking point, or we gonna try to stop this from happening again and again and again.
But it seems like if this thing going on for a while, because if there's the usual destination allegedly that these cows just go, this can't be the first time, right? In accordance to how it's being presented. So this is something that definitely needs to be taken care of, unless too many persons involved and too many people eating. So this situation might continue.
Yeah, but to me, it's not just about the cows. It's not just about the farm. It's not just about the government sleeping. It's not just about the government corrupt. We all know this. So what is the next plan? Because they don't just listen for the next 5 years that the opposition saying this about the government saying about the opposition. This will be just listen to for the next 5 years.
I'm telling you.
Because if you watch it, any point that I'm coming from,
the
people still in the middle suffering all time. We see no fight really for the people. And it look like to me, and I don't care who it. It's 2 billionaires at war with each other, and they using the people.
2 billionaires that used to be friends. Or that might still be friends.
Right? Of course, I could still be friends, right? So now the thing is, almost everything Ali said about Mohamed is true. And almost everything Mohamed said about the PPP is true. So what is the next plan? Because with Ali keep throwing at one another, we ain't getting no real fight against these things, because we the people still suffering. The education in a mess, cost of living in a mess, the health sector in a mess, crime is a big problem, the police killing the children, and we see no fight about these things. You understand? I'm trying to pay new people, we know all of them people. We fight while exposing. Okay, this is what's going on. We serious in over now. We have to stop this thing. Quote, the fighting. You understand me?
Yeah.
Only make some kind of effort. Don't just show me everybody teaching and then we sit down letting them continue teaching. We're not even trying to put them under some pressure.
Exactly. But right now we're hearing the call for the president to resign. You think that is a right step or a dignified step that should be taken?
Yeah, it's the right step. But there's something. What we gonna do with it? What we calling it like just by a statement alone? We don't want to protest the office. We won't protest in front of the house. What we doing? You understand? Because letters on Facebook statements it mean nothing to these people. These people be faith.
Real thing.
We got to put these people under pressure if you understand what they're there for.
Yeah.
You understand? Yesterday you're watching a man going in, somebody else say, look at thief man, and the man coming every day going in, everybody else saying, look at the thief man. What we do to stop this thief man from going in everybody else?
Got to put the right people in these positions of power, because if it continue like this, more of the same money, just like you're highlighting, 5 years is going to pass and all we're going to have is a lot of back and forth and a lot of controlled opposition, something that we're talking about since before September of 2025, right? Yeah. Controlled opposition, and the fact that if the right people don't go in these positions of power, these are the things that we can see happening. President bill for persons get certain benefits that are unheard of from before. People controlling industries when they should be creating opportunities for persons within these same places. It's crazy.
So what next? Just be first. What next? Because honestly, because tomorrow man, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna hear something else again, and then the next day something else again. Why the children dying? Why we working and we still can't maintain family properly? When we go to the hospital, we didn't get drugs or we get the wrong treatment. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So if we got to move, not completely away from exposing, but we got to expose and do something about what we exposing, so that it won't have to happen again. So tomorrow we got to look at the policeman and go another little child, shoot a little force around police again and again and again, and condolences. You understand what I'm saying?
Real thing.
Oh, the hospital part. You understand? We need to do something that can really benefit the people one way or another. That is about 10 we start seeing a turn around. So all it looks to me right now is just a people. And I said it last time when the coach will borrow inside of the place there, it was real stupid for one period times and that kind of service. And I said what is going to happen is that we come after them, they're going to come after E, and then they're going to be a back and forth, and nothing will be happening for the people. And it's the same thing happening. It's the same thing happening. Because look, he exposed the farm, good. Look what he do. Raise back the murder case against me. You understand me? So this way gonna be all the time, and then the whole public will go, there will be a bigger distraction, and there's always die them, and we still suffering.
Crazy. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in, Sam, and for dropping those insights with us. It's always an insightful conversation when we get a lot of frequent travelers calling in, sharing their insightful views on a number of headlines, a number of things that's going on right now in Guyana. Big up to Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world. Delta9 Media and this live presentation might be located. Where are you located right now? I hope that I'm coming through clearly. And anytime you see a video on Delta9 Media, just know Team Samsung, Team Delta. This is the workhorse of the platform. Thousands and thousands of videos created. Samsung, right? Big up to all the travelers them that's live with us right now that partook in the poll, right? Now, do you believe the 300 Brazilian cows were diverted to cover up the president's farm scandal? Yes, they changed the route. No, it's a legitimate expansion. Or we need to see the official papers. 23% is saying we need to see the official papers. 15% is saying no, it's legitimate as far as what's going on with the 300 Brazilian cows. Now, the poll question is this: do you believe that the 300 Brazilian cows were diverted to cover up the president's farm scandal? Allegedly. Allegedly. Right? We all think. It seems like 57% is saying yes, they changed the route. And that was what the leader of the opposition was highlighting as well. Listen, we got so many other headlines that we're going to have to continue this presentation in another live or in some pre-recorded uploads that we're going to put up on the channel, because we would have already went through our 2 hours that we had allotted for this live presentation. Once again, I want to big up all the frequent travelers. I want to big up all the moderation. I want to big up everybody that took the time out to drop insightful commentary into the comment section, right? There was this particular comment that I wanted to make sure that I highlighted. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's somewhere. Good, right here. Big up yourself, Lenny, because I was analyzing just now and I was wondering who you were referring, and you're saying right there, that you were referring to the guy that was talking on behalf of the government about the tide was low and so on. Yeah, big up yourself, Lenny. Thanks for clarifying. So we could understand what's going on, and bring some clarity to that. Big up yourself every single time. Thanks for being a part of the live presentation, right? I see Jackie as well is highlighting that, this man is sounding convincing at all. Somebody wrote that for him to read. You see what I'm saying? Big up yourself. To all the frequent travelers, all the new travelers that are live with us, subscribe. Become a part of the channel. We do these live presentations, I'm telling you, a number of times for the week, making sure that we update one another with all of these very important headlines, very important and trending headlines, right? Plus, we got a number of pre-recorded videos that we share on the platform daily. So subscribe. There's always something trending, and we're always updating you with so many videos right here on Delta9 Media. Andrew, what's going on? Remember, the farm owner is youngster granny son, so we can only talk. I telling you. Crazy, right? Big up yourself, Andrew. Thanks for being a part of the live. Now, if you would like to become a channel member, that's the barcode right there. If you would like to subscribe to our other YouTube channels, yeah, because we got other channels, that we put up content on, similar and different as well. Let me find this barcode and put it up so that persons, boom, there we go. So this is the other YouTube channels. If you would like to subscribe to our other YouTube channels, that's them right there. There's Delta9 Media there's Delta9 Media No Filter, and then there's Gnosis Focus. For persons who want to get into that esoteric study, insightful studies, information into esoteric history, different information into the occult, studying different things about masonry and all of that good stuff, all of the book references and all of that stuff that we'll be going into. A lot of esoteric scholars going into so much information right here on Gnosis Focus. And if you want to get into Delta9 Media without the filter, there's Delta9 Media No Filter, a channel that we're building up, because when it gets to a certain amount of subs, we're going to make that channel into a completely different kind of content coming in from Delta9 Media, unlike anything that's uploaded right now on this channel. So make sure that you join the team from early. That's the barcodes right there. And you can make your way over Delta9 Media No Filter and Gnosis Focus right here on YouTube. Two other channels that definitely you should subscribe to, because we will be dropping some fire content up there. Big up to PA, all the insightful moderation, Rasta Empress, everybody that's a part of the live right now. All the frequent travelers, everyone that took the time out to drop commentary in the comment section, all the channel members, everybody that support independent media. I'm telling you, this was a jam-packed live presentation, and we got so many other headlines to update you with. So hit that subscription button, buddy. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but it will keep you connected with every single thing trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. The plane has landed right here on Delta9 Media. We land the plane for this presentation. But like I said, we got so many more headlines to update you with. So make sure that you stay tuned and watch out, because the notifications are going to come in. There's so many updates that are definitely going to come in, and we're going to share them with you right away. One love every single time. Make sure you thumbs up the live, grab your luggage, and we'll catch you in the next flight.